It's the crafty Nana in her arts and crafts studio.
I bought a pair of earrings on Temu and I absolutely love them. I think they're great. They're much better quality than I was expecting. I did add one little water pearl in there just to make them a little bit more to my liking. But I really like them. And I like them so much that I thought, well, yeah, I'd wear them more though if I had a matching necklace. So I made myself a matching necklace. Now I have shown you this, but what I did was I actually decided it needed 2 dragonflies flying alongside each other or above and below each other, because you very rarely see one dragonfly on their own. They're usually like in clouds. And I just thought this looked really, really nice. So that was the other pair of earrings that I bought to make the necklace. Taken the top off this one, added it through putting a loop on this pearl, and I really like it. And I think this is going to get worn a lot. And the earrings and the necklace together, fantastic. Just up my street, bold enough to make a statement, and pretty yummy. So it just goes to show that I can't leave things alone, and I make something, but it doesn't necessarily that's going to mean it's going to stay that way. The next one, I made these hair clips, but now I've decided they needed to be blinged up, so I added a load of jewels onto them and made them a bit more fabulous. I have used them. I think I might try and make some of these to sell. I think they're so fun and funky. So I've made a few more that aren't painted yet. Oh, that's one. I couldn't put a lot of bling on him, but I put black diamante eyes in his skull on his back, which I think looks quite cool. I've done some silver ones. We'll see how they go along. I just wanted to make some fun ones. It's another little silver one with a butterfly there. It's got to be painted yet. They've got the clips on the back already. I'm just gonna, get on with painting them when and in between other things. I think I've showed you this, but I wasn't sure. This is the yellow slumped glass, the one that I did. And even if I did show it to you before, you might be new to my channel and not have seen it. So that's another one of my slumped glasses, just really showing you that virtually any colourway. So that's that one. I cast another one of these Goliath beetles, or tiger beetles, I think it's a tiger beetle, in this blue metallic, because I think I'm going to make another moonstone and blue one to sell, because mine is so beautiful. I wear it all the time, and I just think that somebody else ought to have the opportunity to have one, so I'm going to make one of those again. Is that it for that? Oh, yeah, no, those are the earrings that go with that yellow slumped glass necklace. Put those with those. Now, I just wanted to show you some of the things that my brother brought over for me for Christmas that were my mother's. There's not a lot. There's a few bits and pieces. Really, it was just to have something that was hers, really. I've got a few bits I'm quite happy that I have, and he just brought over a few that, well, the ones that his wife didn't really think that she would use, and that I might, and so they turned up with them. My daughter took the ones that she would use, and I kept the ones that weren't any interest to anybody else. So first of all, these diamante earrings are fabulous. And believe me, I will wear these. I'm not sure when or where, but I will. They are gorgeous, and I really love them. When I was in England many, many moons ago, I found this Victorian carved jet lily of the valley necklace, and I restyled it and I made it so that I would wear it, and I do wear it. I wear it a lot. My brother turned up from my mother with earrings. These are original Victorian, slightly earlier than my pieces, and a ring. And the ring is also Lily of the Valley. So I was very chuffed with those. I've now got a complete set. Fantastic. Other things, I have worn this on one of my try-ons, so you may have seen it before, a little amethyst pinchbeck or gold-plated Victorian, very romantic. Little ring that goes with that rather nicely. A lot of these things are not of great value. My mother did collect some amazing jewellery in her time, but she lived in an area of London where basically they just got robbed regularly, and so all the things that she collected, all her beautiful antique jewellery, regularly just got stolen, taken away, gone. There's a whole load of little diamond-y type rings, amethyst, usable, stackable, practical. She had at one point an amazing collection of really beautiful antique cameos, all colours, all shapes, all sizes, absolutely delicious. All got stolen, so all gone. Now this is a real one, but it is missing a stone. I'm sort of contemplating whether I get one of the stones taken off at the top and then added in at the side where the one is missing. Her solution was obviously just stick a bit of nail varnish on it. You see where I get my ideas from. These are silver and malachite. Again, I believe I have worn these for one of my try-ons. There is a pair of them. Here's the other one. They do need to clean, but I quite like the oxidized dark silver. There's a little pair of amethyst spikes. I suspect my mother was a bit more dainty than me, so she did tend to wear slightly daintier jewellery. I suspect these will get added on to something else, because for me those are a little bit tiny, but they are pretty and they are sterling and they are amethyst, so they will probably get repurposed. And the same with these are garnet and sterling silver. They probably will be used on something, in something, around something. There's a couple of little, I seem to have only brought, there are two of those. I've only seemed to have brought one down, but there are a pair of those. Oh, it's the, hang on, what's going on here? That's it. There are a pair of those, but I've only brought one downstairs. Oh no, I didn't, I brought two. Just lying to myself. Hang on, these are a bit tricky. So there's a pair of pale turquoise. And then there's this set that, again, I know I have worn on try-ons. It's a pair of earrings and a rather nice ring in a very gorgeous colour. Very bold. Nice plain coral ring. Always nice to up the colour. There's this pair of vintage sterling, I would like to call these topaz, or they could be citrines, and there is a matching ring. Quite nice. Not really my colour, but you know, sometimes, you know, I wear, what am I, not really my colour? I wear all colours. I wear all colours. This one I had to mend, but it's rather nice. It goes with those paler blue earrings rather nicely. And it is a chunky one. I don't have a problem with chunky. Oh, there's another ring there that goes in with the pile of rings. Little pair of marquisite and jet, or marquisite, I think probably jet or onyx, marquisite and onyx, probably more likely. Earrings, quite nice, very deco, vintage, pretty. A big amber ring. I've got lots of amber jewellery, so that will go with that beautifully. It's got very nice flowers on the shoulders of the ring, very sort of Art Nouveau, but probably more sort of 80s Art Nouveau revival. And that is sterling again. These are the only cameos that came from her, and they are double heads, men's double heads, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see them. I'll try and get a little closer. I will try and take a photograph as well. They're quite interesting, and they are gold, and they've got a little bit of age. I think they're more vintage than antique, although, you know, I could be wrong on that. But they're quite finely rendered. They're not too chunky and lumpy, so they're quite nice. I have started making a purple bug necklace, which I will get round to doing in the near future, because obviously now my hair's gone back to blue and purple. I'll probably be wearing more of those colours. So I thought, well, I haven't got any. I've got lots of pink ones now, but I haven't got any purple ones. So I'm going to make myself a purple one. It was nice to get some of my mother's things. My brother also brought back some portraits. I can put some pictures in. She brought back one of my son. I tried to make a matching one of his wife at the same sort of age. I don't know if I did. I tried twice actually, but I've sent those off with my other son back to England. So I took them over to Brunei, and then he's taken them from Brunei on to England, which is terrifying because they're in very, very delicate antique frames. Let's just hope they make it. And there's also a portrait of me. It's quite a dark, gothy one, but at that age I was quite dark and gothy, so it's not really surprising. But I'll put a picture of that in as well. I've got some scent bottles, but there's enough of them that I thought I would do a separate film for the scent bottles. There's some Oxford lavenders, or lacrymals as we'd call them. So I will do that. I'm also still planning to do how I ended up in Malaysia, what it's like living in Malaysia, because I think that will be quite an interesting one to do. I'm hoping to do that with lots of photographs and things as well that I've taken through the years whilst I've been here. But that will be, you know, persuading my husband, because that will be a big editing job. But just for a quick catch up, so that was some of my mother's jewellery. That was what I've been up to in the making department. Obviously, that is only part of it, because, as you know, as I have proven time and time again, I am incapable of doing one thing at a time. There are always 20 projects on the go, and jewellery-wise, there's probably at least another 3 or 4 projects on my desk that are ongoing. Sometimes it's just waiting for the right bit, but they always turn up. They always do. So yeah, I'll get on with all those. I hope you enjoyed today's little catch-up. It was relaxing. It's good for you. My friend just had her birthday, and I said to her, please, for your birthday, could you just come and spend the day and just make whatever you'd like to make, do whatever you'd like to do, bring your daughter, she can make whatever she wants to make. And we just spent the day. I made some lovely little dippy snackies and things, and we just spent the day creating together, and it was just so nice. It's so good for you. It's so healing. It's so healing. So if you've got a friend or two that you could persuade to have an arty crafty day, do it. Get out some of the stuff you're not using. Get it out, because, you know, it's only going to sit there otherwise. Do some stuff, make some things, and have some time together. It's far more valuable than sitting on your phone or sitting in front of the TV. It's things you'll remember. Anyway, bye for now from the Crafty Nana. I hope to see you again soon. Take care.
If you enjoyed this, please like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend. Bye for now.